Tamás, thank you so much for joining us here today at FF News' coverage of MoneyLIVE. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
I love
and it's a
hearing
great pleasure being here.
Right? It's such a pleasure to have you on the show too. So, Tamás, could you please tell our audience your full name, your job role, and the organization you're with?
Yes, my name is Tamás Erni, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of Loxon Solutions, a Hungary-based business software solutions provider for the financial services industry.
Absolutely amazing. And with that in mind, we're seeing a lot of new financial products finally coming out because of the digital revolution. How do you guys enable banks of all shapes and sizes to embrace this new way to look at customers?
We are specialized on credit management solutions, meaning that from the very beginning of the customer's journey with the bank, when the customer applies for a new loan, new credit card, any type of lending product, until the very end when the customer pays this back, Loxon's solutions cover the customer journey. Even the end, where we talk about debt collection, that is perceived as the not so positive part of the journey.
Yeah.
The major focus is how to make it a positive experience to the customers, especially because given the current economic circumstances, now in the next few years, we are expecting a huge wave of problem loans, and it is of utmost importance for the banks how to keep these customer relations and how to find a mutually satisfactory solution together with their customers so that the customers can pay back the loans in the end.
I totally agree, and we're starting to see a lot of the neobanks, the Monzos, the Revoluts in the world looking to get into that space too. It's not just the traditional ones anymore. Do you look to work with those types of organizations too?
Yes, we are actually already working with a few neobanks, digital banks in Europe and especially now in Asia.
Oh, wow.
Because they are a few steps ahead of us, ahead of Europe in the neobank age.
I can imagine, yes. Some of the way that payments are transacted over there are truly mind-meltingly interesting. But the credit score element is so fascinating too, because it's all based on data points that you can take from customers. How do your systems look at these data entry points and streamline the risk proposal for a lot of banks looking to get into lending or improve their credit checks?
Well, it depends country by country. So when we see Western Europe, there are a lot of third-party data providers.
I see.
And they provide the data for the banks with which one can very strongly enrich what we know about the customers. Mm-hmm. When we start going to the East, especially going to Asia, going to the Middle East and Africa, or even Eastern Europe, where there are no such even decade-long credit histories, and where the economies change quite rapidly, not comparable to the advanced economies we see in Western Europe, there it's very important to use the data that the banks can collect about their customers, because they simply do not have that many external data providers. They already have a credit bureau, but not too many other providers. So what our solutions do there is we follow the customer journey and we collect as much information as possible. We get the data from other banks' systems, and we use this information to build the scoring models, to build the collection strategies, to build early warning models, or in the end, even to build the IFRS 9 provisioning models. So all the models in the end-to-end cycle. And wherever possible, in all this cycle, banks more and more turn towards data-driven decisions, they turn towards AI. And as we all know, basically data-driven decisions need one strong ingredient. And as you said, this is data. So we always come back to the point how we collect the data.
Amazing. Now, you brought up IFRS 9. How is the CFO of the future going to look at all this data and work with an organization like you to become truly an innovative CFO and ensure that their balance sheet is prime?
In my view, and this is my personal view, the CFO of the future is looking at a great dashboard where he or she sees all the information about the bank's actual portfolio. It's not a financial question anymore. The CFO is an active part of the bank's business judging where the balance sheet is heading, simulating where the bank will face challenges, whether it's on the capital size, they need more capital, or if the bank is launching a new credit portfolio for the retail customers, how this credit portfolio will impact the profitability, the capital requirement, the provisioning, how acquiring new major corporate customers will impact the balance sheet, will impact, again, provisioning, capital requirements, and what is the overall impact on the bank's financial standing. Let it be liquidity position, let it be profitability, let it be risk position, and on this large dashboard that I envision, the CFO sees all these processes and how they impact today's and the future of the financial position of the bank, and decisions are taken based on these data-driven dashboards.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your insights. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Great talking to you.